Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Fellavision for your second episode this week.
Wow, what a treat.
What a fucking little treat for all of you.
You guys don't know how good you fucking got it, man.
Yeah, straight up.
Straight up.
Today, we're going to be reviewing potentially the biggest snub of the Oscars this year, I.S.S. All right, folks?
I.S.S.
International Space Station.
Not to be confused with in-school suspension.
That which I could talk about Mr. Joe
the
for
Islamic
days.
State.
Shout out Carwise Middle School.
Don't shout out the Islamic State.
Do not shout out the Islamic
Y'all
State
are in
at
trouble.
all. Shout out the band I.S.S., not shout out actual ISIS, though.
Yeah.
As always, if you haven't seen this movie, I would normally say, pause this, go see it, come back. But you don't have to see this one, folks. You can just listen along because, spoiler alert, it's a stinker. We're going to get right into it here. But before we really talk about the movie, I kind of want to talk about the experience of seeing this movie.
Yes.
Because boy, oh boy, did y'all goof. We made fun of Andy on the Napoleon episode from going to the wrong theater, folks. And this time, 5 people out of the 7 people went to the wrong theater. And I'm going to hand that off to the people who missed most of the movie to explain to you what happened.
So, you know, spoiler, the ending, I pulled an Andy. But how we got into this whole fiasco, let's Tarantino it back.
Andy, can we pull up Serial-style podcast music for this?
Yeah. I'm going to need...
No, in the edit. You don't need to do it.
In the edit, add the drama beneath.
He starts Googling cereal type beat on YouTube.
Mutual friend Gil.
Shout out Gil.
Shout out Gil. They were like, what are you up to? I was like, hey, I'm going to go see this movie later. Do you want to go? And they were like, hell yeah, that sounds awesome. I was like, sure, I guess. So tell them what seat to pick, what theater to go to, and what time to be there. So about an hour before the movie, or not an hour, this is a few hours before the movie, Bryan's like, let's go eat a bear burger by Empire. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds like an awesome idea. The trains are all fucked. I'm running late. So I'm on panic mode. Like, hey, guys, here's my order if you guys are going to, like, order it, which was, like...
I wasn't going to do that.
I threw it into the fucking group chat with
I would
Danny.
do that shit for you.
Yeah, I was like, you order. I'm like, I'm not going to hold up the order.
It was. I knew you would make it.
So I thought that I wasn't going to make it. I was panicked. But I did make it in plenty of time.
All right, so let's go. What happened? Snap it up.
What are you saying?
You're talking about getting to Bear Burger for the past 3 minutes. Let's go.
Wait a second.
Because you wouldn't let me talk. You're just asking me all these questions.
All right, so Bear Burger happened then.
Well, I'm just telling you how the seed got planted in my head. I had the right idea, but then this little seed of doubt into my head was like...
We are like 4.5 minutes in, and I don't know which theater we were supposed to go to.
We're getting there, dude. He's Tarantinoing.
Have you guys ever heard a story before? You wait.
Get his ass, dude. Now I'm on your side, dude. Fuck you,
like,
Andy.
I'm telling you the pieces. This is creating tension. There are these elements that
something
are
that I.S.S. should have done, by the way. Keep
honestly,
going.
yeah. So this seed is going into there. I'm now in, hey, I'm running late mode. And I'm like, I'm running late to this restaurant. But, you know, we have plenty of time at this restaurant. So much time.
Because the theater's right there, allegedly.
Well, that isn't even it. There's just a lot of fucking time.
It's about 5 o'clock. Movie starts at 7.
Yeah, I was like, we're going to have to kill time. So we go in there.
Boy, did you kill time.
Oh, boy, did we kill time. Nobody was sat. I got there right as we sat. We waited 20 minutes for our food. Not for their food, to even get waters and shit. We finally get our orders in. All this stuff happens. The check doesn't come. The check finally comes. We're like, oh shit. Gil's already at the theater. Damn, we're not going to, like, we're going to be making it we're going to be cutting it kind of close to Empire.
Yeah.
Like, we were probably at that restaurant for an hour 45. Like, it was a long-ass time.
Okay.
So we bust up into Empire, and I'm just like, here we go. Beep, beep. They let me in. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, Andy said Danny said they scanned y'all's tickets and said, "Oh, looks like you guys have already scanned in."
Yeah, they said that, and we.
That is what they said. They didn't say you're intruding, right? You're
in the
trespassing.
wrong theater, idiots.
Yeah, so we had already walked up the long escalator to get in, and I was like, "This is fucking insane! I'm not
time
walking
out.
up."
For those who don't know about Empire, it's on like the 7th floor of a skyscraper in Times Square.
It is so fucking every escalator is so fucking.
You have to take a very long, thin escalator, and apparently they were broken on this day.
Every escalator in the building was broken, except for one down that I don't even know how to get to without an elevator.
Yep.
So we've gone up 2 escalators, and I was just like, I'm not doing another one.
We're already late for the movie.
Yeah, we're late for the movie, and you text, "Hey, the movie's starting."
Yep.
And I'm like, well, we'll just take the elevator. Guess what? Everybody's taking the fucking elevator. They're going slow. Then we realized, wouldn't it be fun, or we thought, wouldn't it be funny if we were at the wrong theater? And I looked down, and I'm at the wrong theater.
Yep.
And I've never, I was just like, I was having an out-of-body experience, because I don't make this mistake. I was like, this is like, I can only imagine like a person going to like LaGuardia when it's supposed to go to JFK.
Yes, it's exactly that
And
vibe.
I was like, but like, I literally went into like a dream state. Like my like vision was blurry. I was like,
I think that was the escalator mostly.
Honestly, I was
tired.
I was huffing and puffing already. And I was just like, oh my God. And I was like, Gil is in the wrong theater. I must have told them Empire.
Gil's upstairs. Gil's
upstairs.
Gil's trapped.
And I was like, we got to get Gil. I was like, they're going to watch I.S.S. alone. This is going to be awful. They're going to be pissed off.
Yeah, because everyone else in the group was thinking at that moment, let's just go real quick, take the train, walk, whatever, get to 34th.
Because it's only 8
blocks.
blocks away, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
By the way, the movie they were supposed to show up to is at 34th Street. It's 8 blocks away from 42nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Because
roughly,
1 over, 8.
Yeah.
I did the math.
So I'm now it's Mission Impossible, because I've walked out of the building. I have to sneak back into the building. Now I don't have the luxury of taking the elevators, so now I have to climb the tallest escalator in Manhattan. It's basically the 7 train one. Maybe that one's longer.
That one's definitely longer.
I was fucking huffing and puffing, and then I get up there. Every theater doesn't have the sign on of what movie it is. I have to go to every single theater and figure out what movie's playing, and then who's
looking at the screen.
By looking at the screen. I'm going inside and going, no. I was like, Origin. Okay, all right. It's like going into this other one.
This is Ted, the TV show.
Yeah. These guys are just watching like some porn in here. That's weird. All right, whatever. And I'm like running around, like seeing all these different movies that I've already seen. And then I've made it to 2 floors, and then I go back up because I skipped one somehow. There's theater 10 was one of the theaters.
Trying too hard to be a good friend.
Yeah, I was trying too hard to be a good fucking friend. And Danny was like, "What if they're at the right theater?" And I was like, "There's no way." Then we walk into theater 10, which was the I.S.S. there. So I walk in, see the movie. This guy's getting hit by a mechanical arm. I was just like, okay, that's interesting scene. I look, everyone's fucking bored. Everyone's alone also. Just a whole theater full, I would say a whole theater. There were 9 people watching this movie. I think 2 of them were asleep. And
people love to sleep in Empire.
Some people were sitting against, nobody was in the center either. People were on the sides. And I was like, and I kind of
You were in an encampment, basically.
Yeah, it was an encampment. So I backwards walked out, and I just completely gave up on everything. And I was just like, Danny,
they're at the right theater.
They're at the right theater, and I've just burned 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Searching this theater,
and on top of being late.
Yeah, let's go Rashomon mode, and I will rewind and give my parallel but different story to this.
Okay.
So I had already seen a movie earlier that day. I went to go see Anatomy of a Fall at noon.
What time did you see it?
I saw it at noon.
Oh, damn, you double featured.
I double featured. I didn't know I was going to be double featuring because you hit the chat a little bit later in the day to be like, let's go see.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's go see I.S.S. And I was like, okay, I'm game. And your text message, we'll put it up right now. It says I.S.S. at 9:15 ? And the thing about AMC.
Time out. Are you about to blame me?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No, I'm not. But
I felt like it.
But you didn't list your theater. But the thing is that with the AMC group, you can book for anyone in your little group of people. So you booked all our tickets. Thank you. But I did not see a theater, so I just assumed that it was at our home base. We've established this, that Times Square, even though it is a homeless encampment and it's dangerous to go see movies there, not only for me but for the people that are looking at their phones because I'm about to hit them. it is.
My man's dangerous.
It's established. I was just like, oh, okay, we're going to Empire. Like, all good. And like, that's on me because I just thought of it. So I make the burger plans. I'm inviting the chat, being like, see what's going on. We get a little squad going. We have a good time. The vibes are right. And it's not even thought of that there could potentially be any sort of other theater. So like, then all this stuff happens with Chris.
Street.
Yeah, we get up there. We realize what's happened. And then we're all in the same like fight or flight mode, and Danny and Tharp decide to, with the power of friendship, find Gil. And
I was ready to do it solo, and then Danny went on that mission with me.
Yeah, and it's very noble, and I just don't know Gil as well. We don't know the history.
I get a text from Gil on the way to the theater, but by the way, I go into the right one. I was also late. I was 15 minutes late because the L was down to get to the A, so I had to take a car from Union Square to the theater. Mm-hmm. And Gil texted me, should have texted you as well. Hey, where are you? And I said, I'm in a car on the way there. And they were like, nobody else is here. And I was like, oh, that's typical. Don't worry about it. Like, everyone shows up.
Sweat it.
Everyone shows up 10 to 15 minutes late. So, sure enough, the movie starts. I text, hey, the movie started to everybody. 20 minutes in, Bryan comes in, Kat, Danny's girlfriend, and Andy, Brian's girlfriend, come in together. 3 of the 5 people. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I lean over to Kat. I was like, where's Danny? They're in the other theater. And then, so meanwhile, Danny and Tharp are just running around.
They're on a side quest.
We're literally
going into all 25 theaters of Empire.
We went to every single theater.
Looking for Gil, who's right
on
next
the
to me.
longest escalators that aren't working.
Which is what I said to you. I said it would be very funny if Gil was at 34th.
And sure enough, you could have checked.
And it was very funny.
Yeah, and the reason you didn't check was like the movie started, like they're not gonna look at their phone, and then
should have given it a shot. Should have given it a shot.
I was texting them. They didn't respond.
Text me,
Andy,
but I wasn't gonna. I was like, this was later. You had already said the movie started.
And Andy, Kat, and I, by the way, when we decided to go to 34th, we took the A, and it took like 30 seconds on the train. It was like a very smooth transition. You guys
got in. So you saw the guy getting hit by the arm. They walked in when the guy got hit by the arm.
We had context.
No. I walked in when the guy got hit by the arm. The point where I walked in the movie at the other theater was the exact same point that I walked into the theater at.
Oh, really?
It was crazy because I was like, I've already seen this scene.
Oh, that is wild.
We only missed like 5 minutes of the movie. I think.
You might be right.
Yeah,
you might be right.
They missed more, but
yeah, we missed. We walked.
You missed half the movie, at least.
Yeah. But I spiritually, when I walked into that other movie and I saw everyone's faces, and then Gil wasn't in there, and I had realized I was a good friend, and I told them the right theater, but I'm an idiot that got like fucking dumb-seated.
Dumb-pilled.
I got dumb-pilled.
Yeah.
Well, we're about to review a movie that you saw half of. So I hope you're ready.
I heard the better half.
You heard.
Well,
yeah.
The good thing is that the part of the movie you missed is just the trailer of the movie.
Listen, folks, this movie's about the U.S. and Russia. They got 3 astronauts each going to the ISS. Movie starts. Doors open. Newcomer, the U.S., brings in a new astronaut. And they're all having a good time. They're talking about how they're like, their countries are at war. They have all these tensions, but like we're, learned folks who are above all of that. Ha ha ha. And then out the window, the world fucking explodes, basically. Insane war ravages through the window, and there's like nuclear bombs going off left and right. And then they each get a kill order simultaneously from their countries saying, hey, your new mission is to take over the ISS by any means necessary. They both get that, and the movie goes from there, where basically, what do? Do we take the high road and do nothing, as the learned folks we said we were, and amicably let this resolve itself, or do we kill each other so that way we can have control of the ISS for some fucking reason? Meanwhile, if you look out the window, the world is quite literally decimated.
Yeah, it was like on fire.
Like it looks like there is no piece of land that is not on fire. But yeah, so that's what this movie's about. And I would give it to Chris for the first reaction, but considering he didn't really see it, I'm going to give it to Bryan. Nope,
I came in very hot. And,
go ahead, Bryan.
And I thought that, it could have used a little bit more tension, and I could have used a little bit more, enthusiasm from the fucking actors.
What do you think, Bryan?
To me, this movie is more like less of a movie and more of a board game that you would play with like 5 other people. at like your homie's house. No, like it's like literally like coup or secret Hitler. But
it's almost like I can't think of another game that's similar. You like kind of open. You're like spaceman. You kind of like
you have to fix
open
things.
wires, and then
Operation.
There's going to be a guy that kills you.
Sells a Catan
in your spacesuit. Among Us. This is Among Us, the movie.
Is it?
100%.
Except for Among Us is actually more exciting.
I never played Among Us. I never missed it.
I never missed it.
Well, there's literally a scene in this movie where he opens up the box of wires and cuts one.
Yeah.
And in Among Us, you are going in and fixing those wires.
Oh,
so it's like it had to have been a nod to Among Us.
Yeah,
for that scene.
They knew that they were doing the Among Us movie, but they did not make it Among Us enough. They should have gotten Five Nights at Freddy's director to do this one.
This movie was basically Sunshine is basically Among Us, but there's also it's I.S.S. and Sunshine are combined to make Among Us.
Got it. Yeah,
in storyline.
This felt like some sort of strategy game played out as a movie, and it's trying to tackle all of these weighed questions of where do my loyalties lie? Do they lie to the people that are in front of me that I've built these dynamics with, that I love, I'm supposed to have brotherhood with, or is it to my country or something like that? And the answer really comes down to in this movie that the people on the I.S.S. for both the Russians and the U.S. are military freaks, and military freaks are
America,
they've been
first,
brainwashed to react impulsively to be completely nationalist, and they're reacting in real time and just being like, oh no, I just need to I need to kill because the message of the computer told me to.
There's one guy that acts that way. Just one guy in the end.
No,
it's the Russian guy that decides.
Yeah, but also the American guy.
Yeah, the McLovin guy. The third guy.
The Star Trek guy.
Yeah.
No, he's just paranoid that they're going to do something. He doesn't feel that way about the American side. He feels paranoid that he's going to get killed. That's his motive. But I will say, on a side note, if it were me and I were in that situation and I got the note from my God, my president, I am taking out the gun that I brought and capping every Russian in that motherfucker. Bow, dead, boom, dead. I'm killing all of them straight away for my God and country. And that's just how that movie ends.
Shooting a hole in the window and getting sucked out.
Yeah, dude, well, that's why you're not allowed to bring a gun, but I will have done that. I will have done it.
Yeah, past TSA, whatever.
Yeah, I'm bringing it past NASA's TSA.
I got pre-check. I'm all good, bro.
Yeah, I got rubber bullets in a plastic gun.
Cape Canaveral fucking...
Fuck with me
now.
I
would have rubber bulleted them to death.
Yeah, 100%.
But McLovin wasn't actually in this movie, was he?
Why did you say McLovin?
Because he was a McLovin-style gentleman.
He did have a McLovin energy, too.
Yeah, there were basically, you picture three. Each team got drafted. And we had the woke girl boss.
Mm-hmm. We had the guy from, never mind. We had the guy from Game of Thrones being like a Russian dude.
Yeah, Euron Greyjoy. And then
oh my God, I didn't really know
there was a blonde chick on the Russians because they needed someone that looked cold and severe. Yeah. And then they kind of had a guy who looked exactly like Euron Greyjoy as their third alternate, who was like a real shooter.
They looked pretty similar. Yeah. They did look. The two Russian guys looked way too similar.
And then we had Chris Messina rounding out the Americans with McLovin. Chris Messina
only
has a
known
mustache.
actor, I feel like, right? Aside from Euron.
Ariana DeBose was in West Side Story. She's got a few things coming up.
Fuck you, Ariana. We don't fuck with you. Your movie sucks.
Yeah.
I feel like my take on this movie is that this could have been sick. Like the premise itself is fucking cool. There's a world at war below you. You're in a isolated space station with the country you're at war with. And the movie should be, how the fuck do we get home?
Yeah.
Yes.
Period.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Like they should have quickly been like, okay, we're together. Like, let's solve are we going to fight each other? No. But how the hell are we going to get home? It's literally on fire. That would have been a way better movie.
Yeah.
Especially when one of the pivotal building scenes in this movie is all of them going up into sort of a big window where you can see the earth, and them all having this thing of being like, you can realize there's no borders and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then for the switch to get flipped to just being like, actually, borders are the only thing that matters. It's
I rock with borders. Bam, bam, bam. Or more like
get fucking
drill. I will say, highlight scene in this movie, which I think you did see.
Oh, I definitely saw all the violence.
So throughout the movie, they're floating around. That is one thing that's weird about this movie is there's no gravity in this movie at all. There's not a gravity scene in this movie.
Yeah.
So they're all floating around doing killings and stuff.
Doing fuck all.
Doing all type of killing. But they're going pretty slow, right? But you think that one of them is dead. Guess what? He's fucking not. He comes back with an immediate vengeance, by the way.
Yeah, he comes back with a vengeance.
He comes back so pissed instantly.
It's like, I was dead. Guess what? I'm not.
Then fuck you also. And so like he like locks himself in a chamber with the antagonist of the movie, and they fight. But like there's the immediate is like they're going so slow, but for one scene, for one clip, he just fucking zooms at him.
Zooms off
like he's
the
shot
wall.
out of a cannon. Goes right for him and they start fighting, and spoiler alert, they both fucking die because one gets drilled with a drill in the stomach and then the other one stabs him with a screwdriver, and then for some reason, which is so sick, they're just holding each other.
Dude, this shit sucks so bad.
Floating in
just
a circle so
just
slowly.
embracing.
And it's like a 5 fucking second scene, maybe longer.
But also, they were instantly dead. It was like, you just got drilled in the stomach, and the other guy got like stabbed in the neck.
Yeah, it's taking like
and
30 minutes to die,
Yeah,
actually.
But they're like, oh, now we're dead.
We're instantly dead in this perfect position.
Yeah.
We're like,
And
it
everyone's
looks like we're
oh
hugging.
my God.
Well, their bodies are lifeless. They like normally you'd flop to the ground and do that, but you just gotta.
But they're just like-
you're not moving anymore. This shit sucked.
Will you two do me a favor and
No,
reenact it?
no, I'm too pissed at this movie
Come
for making me watch
on,
it.
do the hug.
I just realized that you need gravity to make a worthwhile
Movie?
fight scene. Movie fight scene,
Yeah.
fucking like something interesting at all because
I disagree.
the floating around sucked so bad.
I
The
called
floating around
the,
did really suck.
I called the headlock killing. I was like, that's the only way you can really kill people.
Is
in
get a hold of
space.
them.
But I was like, I didn't think about drills.
If
So
it's
drills
me,
was like a big
again,
thing. I was
plastic
like, knife.
gun, everyone's
Stabbing
dead.
somebody with a knife is just a lot. I was like, I could maybe
Yeah, I could
choke
maybe
somebody
choke them
out,
out.
but like stabbing somebody, drilling someone is like ugh.
But to rewind for a little bit, the instigating incident of the text messages coming in from each government and being like, you got to kill these guys. The Russians are immediately like, all right, like at least one of them's like, all right, let's move.
I'm rocking with that. Let's kill him.
And then it's in deviousness and tricks. And the first trick that they play is that they tell the American guys, yo, there's an antenna out. We lost comms. You got to go fix
Yeah.
it. And instead of being scientists and like pragmatically looking at the situation
Looking
and
out
trying to
the window.
troubleshoot, looking at the window, looking at the antenna,
Yeah.
the main mustache man who's fucking one of the Russians also.
Yeah,
is
she's
just like,
hot though. I get it.
I got to go out there and fix this. And then gets out
He
there.
got duped instantly.
Immediately duped. And yeah, the big moment is that one of the Russian guys uses what's called the arm, which in scientific space
It's the
terms
arm,
is
baby.
just it's like this thing outside that'll like move around and like get to the space station to grab shit, I guess.
Big
or, like, move stuff
mechanical
around.
arm.
Yeah.
Fucking
And he
arms
just
this
Googled
guy
the arm, by
into
the way.
oblivion.
the sexy arm.
And then I like all the blurring. That's
Yeah,
funny.
you have safe search on, you fucking loser.
But yeah, and then this guy gets blown off, and you think that because, like all of us we've seen the movie Gravity.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock just off into space.
Yeah,
There you go. See you
You're
later.
gone 10,000
Yeah.
miles
But
away.
Peace
here's
out.
the thing I didn't understand: is he just supposed to be? Is he orbiting the thing? Because they're like seeing him float by the window.
Yeah,
dude.
and
Oh
they-
my god, that was the best part of the movie.
They're just seeing him like spin around it. Is he like? Would that happen? I don't think so. You would just float off indiscriminately.
It depends
You
if you're a
wouldn't orbit
San-
something like that. It
if
doesn't
you're in
have
the
a
Sandra
gravitational
Bullock
pull.
school, yes.
Yeah,
But if you're in the maybe he's not moving that fast because the arm wasn't. That,
I mean, I'm no
Also, he grabbed
astrophysicist,
on at,
but
like,
there's
going,
no
like, 600 miles an
gravitational
hour.
pull of a spaceship.
No.
He would just float away from it.
He should have been floating
He wouldn't
away.
orbit it.
and he definitely shouldn't have come back when a few minutes later in the movie. Well, basically the Americans at this point see this as strike one against them. Like
Yeah.
we got to retaliate. So McLovin takes matters into his own hands.
An oil barrel of
smashes
some
the
kind?
Fuck yeah,
That was
like,
kind of
like a Donkey
insane.
Kong barrel like smashes.
Yeah, I thought it was
into
like a
He had a
keg.
slurp barrel from
girl.
Fortnite, and he
Yeah.
fucking smacked her over that with
He
it.
chug-jugged her
She did
real
not
good.
get. She did not get any of that juice out of that
Yeah.
sucker though, because
Yeah.
she died instantly.
Yeah, he cracked her skull open apparently. So and now we're even. But then the remaining people, at least Euron Greyjoy and the woke doctress, they're trying to figure it out and work out together. And one of the Russians actually ends up spotting the floating astronaut outside, saves him with the arm. The very
Yeah,
arm
his ass
the
with
arm
the
that
arm
knocked him
was
off.
his
he said,
demise.
yeah.
Because not only did he float around in circles around the thing, but he also he reached out and grabbed onto a part of the
solar panels.
The solar panels. So he was just hanging on because apparently they have 8 hours of.
I was going to say he has 8 hours of oxygen.
And also another part of this movie is that apparently the ISS is about to crash for some reason.
Oh yeah,
because they turned off the gravitational pull or the jets.
This is so fucking stupid.
It was going to fall into Earth.
Yeah, because they had to change the fucking jets to keep pushing them up, but they had lost communication.
I have an important question. You said there was a sex scene with the Russian woman?
No sex scene.
No sex scene.
So no
You've been
space
Googling
hog?
sex toys.
There should have been. Okay, they should have. Space cum should have been a thing.
Yeah.
Splooge floating.
Yeah.
Instant win for me. No, they didn't even try it.
No gravity. You need a space hog.
Nobody even baiting
also
in their
the
little
Saltburn
floating
dance, but naked in this.
Could you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Could you imagine? I will say there was a 16 where they're talking about how you fall asleep, which is a thing that you can YouTube. They talk about that how it's weird to fall asleep on the ISS, and you have to be in this basically a bungee cord thing against the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then some people prefer to just float, and so there's just a cut scene of McLovin just floating in circles, which is really fucking funny. I could never.
He looks just distraught.
Do you guys think I would need my CPAP? If there's no gravity
CPAP
to push down the joint.
Yeah, Darth Vader asked.
Do I need my CPAP or no?
I thought that they were going to
Let's go ask
foreshadow.
Lady downstairs while I fuck her up for calling me fat.
I thought they were going to foreshadow McLovin ending up her discovering his body, just spinning around with his eyes open, thinking he was asleep.
That would have been a fucking great scene.
That'd be a great scene, just spinning.
If this were a horror movie, that would have hit.
Well, I thought this was going to be a horror movie.
I thought this was going to be a horror movie as well.
I didn't think it was going to be a horror movie. I thought it was going to be a tense thriller.
Yeah, but there should have been a chamber drama fucking horror movie.
The point is, overall, this movie should have rested on tension. That was the whole point. Yeah. And I think they tried and failed. There was no tension.
There was never
tension.
tension.
No character. I had no reason to the character building kind of started, but I never felt like we needed any sort of anchor more.
What do we know about the main character? What was her deal? Did she have a family?
You missed half the movie, and I missed 33% of the movie. So
I was like, did she
just starts with her getting there.
Where was her family? Did she call them?
No family.
For some reason,
maybe I'm okay. So I missed the first couple of minutes.
Looks like everybody's guilty.
But there is a scene where she walks in and he says, "Do you want to make first contact with your family?" Internet's kind of spotty, but there's a chance you could get through to them right now. And she says no.
Yeah,
who doesn't want to call? You have no one to call.
Well, I think that's the point.
She explains later on that her father died waiting for an organ transplant, and that's what she's doing.
I wasn't paying attention for that
with her research.
I'm glad.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the reason she had the mice.
Yeah.
Anyway, this movie should have rested on tension and been oh my fucking God, this is going to happen. Are they going to kill each other? What's going on? What's going on with the world? By the way, they barely checked in with the world.
Well, movies like this,
nowadays they lost communication with the world.
But they don't seem, did they shed a tear? Did they cry once? The world is literally on fire below them.
They were more worried about each other than they were about going back home. It's way worse. What if you go home and it's fucking a lava pit?
Why are you not freaking out about that? I would not think, I have to kill these people. I'd be we're all dead anyway. I was
gonna say, we have a choice of killing each other or going to hell. Which one do you want to do? It's or we can just fucking chill.
Float until we die.
Yeah. Don't turn the air off. The fucking shit.
Float and smoke. Or just lie to your boss. Who hasn't lied to your boss before?
You can quit America.
I haven't. By the way, we're in my work. I would never lie to you, Bryan. I definitely worked a lot today.
And would kill.
And would kill for you. Straight up, ask me to kill anybody that's in this room. Easy.
Now, if I got a Slack message from my managerial class and was just yo, you got to take control of the fucking...
You got to kill Dane.
Of the discourse. Yeah, you, listen, this has been compromised. I would probably just send I'm screenshotting that immediately and just being
sending it to HR.
Message. No. I'm just texting whoever I need to take care of and being look at this bullshit. LOL.
Well, they think we're gonna fight.
Because that's the thing I was going back to with military psychos. Military psychos are cucks, and they think that this.
Tread lightly. And by the way, don't tread on me either. Keep going.
Yeah. Well, all I'm trying to say is that they're oh, boss man, I'm so sorry. I love you so much. Here's the fucking Apple. Here's an Apple teacher. And meanwhile, I'm this shit sucks. This is stupid. Work is stupid. These people are at work. They're scientists. They're nerds. They shouldn't be fucking worried about chain of command.
Well,
they should be doing nerd shit.
Well, here's the thing. The reason that they do ultimately want control, either side wants control of the ISS is because they're one of the guys, Euron himself.
Yeah, the Russians.
Is doing this. The work he's doing is radiation therapy work. And the work that he's done has basically reversed the effects of radiation sickness.
Yeah.
And because that's on the ISS right now, and they are both nuclear bombing the fuck out of each other, that is the most valuable thing. And so the scientists also know that this is the most valuable thing.
Yeah.
Or at least the Russians do in this situation.
Well, yeah, but then she gets a fucking chug jug to the head. So, like, that shows you how far that shit goes.
So that's why they decided we should do it.
Well, yeah, but also, like, that's a moment of cooperation. That's, like, actually, like, a positive thing.
Yeah, how about you get half, we get half, let's get out of here.
Like,
exactly.
There should have been 2 pods. Like, there wasn't like they blew up one or anything like that. There were 2 ways out and be like, hey, if you want to go to Russia, you go to Russia. I'll go to America. We're sort
chilling,
this out.
yeah. Well, there
or
is
we could
only
ride
one
together.
pod, apparently.
Like, who cares?
This
Like,
there was
movie's
only one
about
pod.
the fucking managerial class is trying to divide us, and you should fucking either quit your job or just pretend that you're doing work.
But it's really propaganda for that. Like, I feel like this is definitely psyop from America.
Again, I think,
trying
like,
to make people be like, fool the Russians.
If they just immediately agreed to not fuck with each other, and then the movie was about, like, how do we get home?
Yeah.
Way more interesting movie. Yeah. So, all right, fuck it. Let's jump into ratings. My rating is... Hold on, I'm trying to think of how... TMS. This movie sucked. TMS. This one's TMS as fuck. Bryan, what do you got?
Yeah, it's bad. It didn't have any sort of balls to make a worthwhile statement or anything like that. It's just toothless, kind of...
toothless and no balls. Sounds like Andy. Keep going.
You listen, you kind of stepped on where I was going.
Okay. Were you about to make fun of Andy? Because he deserves it.
Chris, what do you got?
I got Nyab, not even a banger. It's just bad. I saw the good half from what I hear, and it wasn't even that good. Sounds like it was boring beforehand. And it got. The drill scene is tough.
I know this movie sounds fun, folks, but it wasn't that fun.
It's kind of like I feel like
it's not like fun bad. It's just bad.
If you
listening to Beekeeper, I feel like we almost sold Beekeeper by tearing it apart, and this is another instance of that.
I think that the main thing I was bummed on is that, like, the concept of this movie and the trailer and the visual aspect of seeing the world just get blown up from a space station is so compelling that it almost makes it worth just, like, going to check it out. Yeah. And I got duped. We got duped by a trailer.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
you were
trailer
also
moment was
of
good.
that same camp of, like, this looks interesting. Let's go see it.
Yeah, it was my suggestion.
It was just shit.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen
another atomic movie though? A lot of atomic movies this year.
Blowing shit up.
Have you guys ever seen Moonfall?
No, that was like the biggest.
That's Sam Tarly's.
That was like a fucking
movie, right?
trash flick.
Yeah, that movie made me think because again, another post Game of Thrones space movie for one of like the B actors.
So yeah, Game of Thrones has cursed space. Like, do not put a Game of Thrones character in your space movie.
Yeah, but Moonfall is actually one of those movies where it's so bad it's pretty funny. There actually are action sequences. It's by Roland Emmerich, who is like one of the best like doomsday like Armageddon guys. It's about how the moon is going to fall into the world and we need to stop it.
Sort of like how the International Space Station was going to fall into the world.
Yeah, but that's a space station. I
don't want the moon to fall into the world.
What?
I don't want that to happen.
It would probably statistically fall into the ocean. No one gives a shit. It's fine. The moon is the
just
moon.
Bounce out. No, I'm talking about the moon.
Oh,
the moon is
like a basketball.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah. I would recommend checking this one out because it takes a crazy third act twist that is about aliens
and shoot it
like
with
the
a rocket.
creation of the universe. And
I think this was the biggest flop of last
year.
Sort
of like Interstellar.
Yeah.
So we got Moonfall. What other space movies movies are we rocking with?
Moonfall.
Well, I mean, Apollo 13 would have been a better like idea. Like if they had ripped from Apollo 13, this would have been a great film.
I've ever seen Apollo 13.
Oh my god, it's awesome.
The only thing
they have to make it back to Earth is like the shit, and it's like if they had just done this blueprint, it would have been great.
I just remember the Monsters Inc. Sequence where it rips off the Apollo 13. They're all walking.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
classic.
My favorite space movie, Sunshine, Danny Boyle.
Nice.
Incredible movie. I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's Among Us, basically. There's a bad boy on the ship, folks. It's a thriller. And it's very fucking good. There's my boy Cillian Murphy, dude.
speaking of like tension and like space horror, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Event Horizon. I saw that when I was like 8 on my birthday, and it fucked me up for my entire life.
This is a scary one, right?
This is a fucking scary movie where a ship goes to hell, and it's just as badass.
That sounds fucking awesome. I'm gonna watch this later.
Cool, actually.
And it's got Sam Neill in it, so there might be Hog in it. There might be Space Hog.
97 Hog? Is this movie? When did it come out?
Yeah, there must not. But there are space boobs. There are demon boobs in it, and it's awesome.
I'm going with a popcorn classic for MySpace suggestion, The Martian. We all know
Martian,
we all love
it.
Ridley Scott, Matt Damon just being a fucking movie star for like 2.5 hours.
I read this book when it came out because I was on Reddit when he was doing the short stories. Okay. I don't know if y'all know the theory behind this movie or the story behind it, but this movie was originally a book, which was originally... we know they do those like on Reddit. They do those like writing exercises.
Sure, yeah, props.
So this guy, the writer of The Martian, was like doing a paragraph each week, basically, of The Martian, and then people from NASA and JLP got into it and were helping him along the way.
Oh wow!
You know, that's not what would happen. This would happen. So it got really nerdy, and so they'd be like, "Oh, you should change it to this," and they would give him like suggestions on how to fix the science, which is why the movie and the book is so like accurate, because they were like fixing it on Reddit the entire time.
Damn, dude.
So when it came out, I read it after that. Reddit on Reddit.
Reddit on Reddit.
Damn, dude,
wait, is that why it's called Reddit?
Upvote that one, dude.
Is that why it's called Reddit? Because I read it?
I don't think so. I think it's a different thing.
No, I think that's it. I think that's really
No, that's fucking it. I got it.
You fucking got
You
it.
idiots. You can't even name something without me figuring it out. Oh my God,
Yeah,
dude.
I feel, fuck, my bad.
Anyway, yeah, so The Martian's definitely one of the goated space movies. Obviously, we got Interstellar.
Interstellar, Chris Nolan, back at it, amazing score.
All right, we're going Martian or Interstellar?
Interstellar.
Martian.
Ooh.
Pussy. Badass baller.
That's what's up.
Interstellar? I can't remember if you called him a pussy.
Which one did you like?
I liked Interstellar.
Yeah, of course you did, dude. That makes
All
sense.
right, we got to call Mark because we're going to have Interstellar versus the Inner Martian
No, it's
debate.
definitely Martian for sure. Interstellar was good, but again, it ends with like, ooh, the fifth dimension, space, aliens.
The
good.
sadness that you feel when he sees his daughter, like,
The aging
on, like
thing?
that is like outrageous.
Yeah,
He was like,
see Martian,
every day that you're here.
You should watch it.
I think
watch
that shit is
Martian,
also
dude.
accurate. Like if you're on another planet, it is like every hour's like 30 years.
Okay,
or
I
some
would rather
shit.
watch Matt Damon be a good scientist than a spoiler, evil scientist any day.
Facts.
Ad Astra
All right, y'all.
sucked. Don't watch it.
Fuck it. Fuck all these space movies. Let's get into some
Watch
headlines.
Yeah, drop the headlines on us, Andy. What we got this week, brother?
All right,
last
so Ayo Edebiri will no longer star in Thunderbolts due to scheduling conflicts.
What the fuck is Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts is one of the new Marvel projects that they've been trying to get off the ground for a couple years.
She definitely dropped it because it sucks, I bet.
Probably. I mean, look at the font. The font sucks. The name sucks.
A couple stars
She's
have been
hot right
dropping
now.
off of this project for the last couple weeks.
She's got some
due to,
cred now, and now she's
quote,
dropping.
Yeah.
scheduling conflicts, unquote. It
Totally.
does kind of seem like there is IO stock is rising, but at the same time, Marvel's is it's becoming less of a thing that people want to be attached to, especially if it feels like they're going to have to go through 3 years of rewrites and the movie's not going to get released for however long. But yeah, it's very interesting to see where Marvel is at, because that would have been a huge get for, someone on the rise like her, especially like with
Yeah,
her
they probably weren't
going to
pay her much either. I bet they already had that contract.
Well, I definitely think that that's part of, like
The
she
back
definitely
out.
like was like, yeah,
I can make way more for something else.
or you can get me in this, but I need to get bagged up.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ayo, Dorchester's finest.
We
Yeah,
rock
she's
with
awesome.
her. We rock with her letterboxed.
Absolutely.
Next up, some Fellavision lore.
Lore callbacks.
Beekeeper made 104 mil.
Yeah, Josh Hutcherson's recent films have both made over 100 million.
Oh my
He's a
god!
certified
That's crazy.
star.
And the two of the worst rated
But now
I
movies
don't
on
think
Fellavision.
Beekeeper was the worst.
Beekeeper, I thought was going to be one of the worst movies of the year, but now that I've seen I.S.S, it is
I.S.S. is the worst movie
it's
of the
the
year.
worst half movie I've ever
The
seen.
worst movie I'll see this
We
year.
can
I
just
think.
keep running chart with everything we've seen this year now. You know what I mean?
That's
'Cause,
right.
I think
So
for
this-
2024 movies, we've only seen 2. Right?
Yeah, so it goes ISS at the bottom, Beekeeper above that.
Yeah, so stay
right now it's the
tuned.
best movie we've seen on Fellavision.
Stay tuned.
Wow,
Beekeeper's taking
that's
the crowd.
insane. Beekeeper's the best movie we've seen.
Yeah,
This
Josh
year.
This
Hutcherson's
year.
box office gold, dude. I don't know. I mean, he was spending too much time playing Fortnite, and now he's fucking rolling in dough.
Good for him. I will say that speaking of homie work, which we didn't speak on, I'm just going to say speaking of homie work, ISS, $5 million.
That's
How much
actually
did it
pretty
cost
sick.
to make?
20.
They're on their
Wait,
way,
maybe
but
more than that. Can you pull it up
they're
on
gonna break
IMDb?
even maybe after they sell to like Amazon or some shit.
The movie looked.
Scroll down. It should
It
just have
looked
the
really
box office
bad.
right below. Right? Keep going. Hey, man, just don't be an idiot. You know what I mean? Keep going. Right? Nope. All right, well, let's pretend like Andy knows what he's doing. And fast forward.
Oh, there it is.
Right there. So, yeah, 20 mil, right?
20
is that
mil.
what it says?
Yeah. Oh, I saw
Box
the
office only 3 mil.
I saw the 3 mil because when you said 5, I was actually a little shocked because I was like, this movie only made
5 total.
It's funny. I bet this movie would maybe do better in China if they were like, instead of Russia, let's do U.S. China. But this movie is not like brave enough to even
To
make
take
it.
on China?
Well, yeah, like who is? But it's
Me. I'm the guy.
yeah, like the
Remember
conflict in this movie between U.S. and Russia is just like it's false. It's
Why
made
did they
up.
do it in Top Gun Maverick? They did it in fucking
they're
ISS.
brave enough to do it in this film.
Because no one's
but-
watching this, I guess.
I
But-
guess that's true. They were like, we have to give it some teeth.
Yeah.
Our last headline: how Ethan Coen and Trisha Cook's long marriage shaped their lesbian road trip movie. From what I could get
What the
from
fuck?
reading this article that Brian sent me,
You want me to take this?
Yeah,
I would love for you to take this.
All right.
Is that I would love for you to
Yeah,
take it.
that's what I would take.
Okay,
from this.
so
I'm very
this-
confused.
A clip from this article popped up on Twitter the other day, and it's kind of revealed that Ethan Coen and his wife have been in sort of a polycule for the past 30 years. And
Really?
Yeah, so they initially met on the set of one of their earlier films, the Coen Brothers films, and he asked her to go on a date to see Drugstore Cowboy, and to which she replied, "I'm a lesbian." But then
Fire.
they got married and they have multiple children.
Oh, damn. So he flipped her? I've always wanted to do
Well,
that.
pause.
I'm just kidding.
Shout out to Chasing Amy.
Damn, he chasing Amy and her?
He
he
tried to
That's
Chasing
crazy.
Amy.
Yeah,
her.
he chased
Damn.
Amy.
He's got the Riz, dude.
Well,
Holy shit. Cohen's got the Riz.
well, development on that is that they both have partners outside of the relationship.
the fuck is that? What
They're-
kind of
they're-
weird ass
they're-
LA
they're-
shit is this?
They're in the polycule, dude.
Wait,
Yeah.
so does he have a man or a woman on his side?
How the fuck would I know? I don't know.
Wait,
He
I was
knew.
confused
trying
by
to get
this.
the dirt. I was like, does he
But-
just have it? He has a side chick.
Yeah, they're just gays.
Didn't he
pumping other-
transition to being a woman?
Ethan
no,
Coen? No.
that's the Wachowski.
Yeah.
The Wachowskis.
Different crew.
Different crew.
Different
That's the
brothers.
Matrix people.
Yeah, the Matrix. Oh,
This
okay.
is the Coen
Well,
brothers.
this is far less confusing.
Yeah,
than
this is
the
Big
story,
Lebowski brothers.
I thought I was trying to get to the end of it by the time I got here on the train, and I was like, I know that he's going to transition at some point. I just don't know when.
See, he had it in
Damn,
his
I
head.
can't believe Ethan Coen has the Riz
he
to
dumb
flip
pilled
him,
himself
dude.
as well. So it's like, you know.
It doesn't sound like
Ethan
that
Coen
she
should
was
write a
very
book on
flipped.
flipping him, dude.
Well, I thought it was coming
buy
all the
it.
way around to where she finally got the woman that she
I
wanted.
think they just have a little bit of a non-traditional relationship, and
Okay, calm down, dude.
they wrote this movie
What are you
basically
saying,
based on
buddy?
like the queer experience, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Anyway, he needs to write a book on how to flip him. And it's gonna be called How to Flip Him, and that's I'm buying it.
Yeah,
Do you think that's why
it's
Joel
called-
doesn't rock with him anymore?
Dude, 100%.
Oh.
Damn, how to flip him? Damn.
Flip it
quick.
and reverse it. The
Do
book.
you guys have a favorite like NASA spin-off technology? Because like the ISS, a lot of the stuff they do up there is
There's no way
making-
water filtration is
Andy, that's a
a
great question.
NASA spin-off
Yeah.
technology.
I would say that my favorite NASA spin-off technology, just off the top of my head, is probably computing.
Yeah, I know. Some of these are pretty broad.
yeah, computing, water filtration.
I
Fuck
mean,
out of here.
Invisible braces.
I mean, Velcro was like my fave, my personal fave.
Invisible braces. Did you have those, Andy?
No.
Oh,
Then why
I got
did you
one.
highlight that?
I got it. Peanut butter.
Peanut butter
Dude,
space.
peanut butter.
Yeah.
Carver, baby.
Damn,
Yep.
that rocks.
No, I rock with memory foam, though. Shout out to Tempur-Pedic. We're with you on this.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, Casper mattress.
All right, y'all.
We'll sing you to sleep.
Should we movie this?
I mean, what are we at time wise?
We didn't even think about it, did we?
I don't fucking think we
thought
can.
about
Pull
it.
movie to movie and change it from Beekeeper to fucking ISS. I almost forgot the name of the movie. So this is gonna be tough. I don't even know the guy's name. What's the guy's name from ISS? We should
We
start,
start
from
with
ISS.
that guy. Yeah, that.
No,
Chris
we should,
Messina, yeah.
if we do Kira DeBose, sorry, I keep calling her a fucking character name. She's in West Side Story.
Oh, that's an easy.
There's a lot of people in
There's a
that,
lot
so
of
let's
people
go
in
to
it.
her. Okay, so we got West Side Story. Basically, we're trying to connect to Statham here.
Yeah.
So-
We got to find a fast connection.
Yeah, that guy's
that
bald.
should be easy.
Dude, Corey Stoll, that guy's in every bad movie ever.
Let's just
Yeah.
go with him.
No, God damn it.
Yeah, he's an Ant-Man. We can do this.
Okay, hold on, wait. Don't click when they
All right.
say it. Just we're talking.
We
don't want to make any.
He's in. Look, there's Driven.
All right, he's just clicking on
Go
shit now.
back.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Driven has got to be. Is Jason Statham in Driven?
What is
is Jason Statham in Driven? What is Driven?
I don't know, but it looks like a Jason Statham movie.
Has anyone seen the film Driven? He just keeps
No, 'cause
scrolling. This is very
You're
frustrating.
really annoying, by the way.
This is very frustrating.
He's in First Man.
He's in a lot of space, but there's another.
Wait, hold on,
he's
wait,
the bald
wait.
guy in Driven.
First Man. That's Ryan Gosling, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, don't click it. How can we get Ryan Gosling?
we've burned through a lot. Okay,
Because we can get Can we get to George Clooney? Ocean's 13. I don't know what the fuck.
Gosling's in Ocean's 13?
No, I'm
No.
saying, can we get to?
Clooney and Statham are in a movie together.
No, I feel like it'd be an easier thing to get
Can
to.
we get him to Stallone? Like Expendables is where I need to land. Give me some Expendables, people.
What about that female actress that you were saying was pretty big that was in Beekeeper last week? Because she's in a lot.
Mini Driver.
Mini Driver.
Mini
Scroll
Driver
up.
is in a lot. This guy's a
Scroll
Mini
up
Driver
on this
head.
guy's shit. Ant-Man. Let's
Ant-Man,
go
we got
from
Michelle
Ant-Man.
Pfeiffer in that. We got Paul
Pfeiffer. He said,
Yeah.
"All right, go to Ant-Man, please."
Oh, I'm trying right now.
OG Ant-Man.
Okay. So stay right there.
Okay.
Stop scrolling like for no reason. Bobby Cannavale. We could probably get to
What
fucking
is-
Statham from him.
But we're already like 3 in on this.
So what? We can go.
Yeah, we're
in-
supposed to have a
yeah.
conversation, man.
All right, yeah. But
We could probably get
what's
to-
the next movie he's in? I couldn't name a movie.
He's in a bunch of shit.
Name one.
I bet you he's in a movie with Statham. Click on him.
I bet.
Can you just search Statham? I don't know if that
Oh
works.
my god.
Okay,
This guy's in
scroll
a little
down.
bit- This guy's in too many movies.
But he's in gangster movies, and then we can get to.
Oh, dude, I forgot he was in Blonde. Oh, he
Oh,
plays
the
Joe
Irish,
DiMaggio.
Irishman?
Making of it.
Can we get there from?
Yeah,
He's in the-
Irishman.
He's in the Irishman. He's the.
Can we
one of
get
the
to
bunkers.
Statham from Irishman?
We can definitely get to Expendables.
We can get to
You can?
Expendables. Go.
Yeah. There's not one expendable in this.
There's
They're
got
all
to be an
fucking old guys.
expendable in this.
Yeah. He's
Harvey
the-
Keitel.
Who
Click on
else?
Harvey Keitel. Why not? He's got to be the guy.
He's got to be the guy.
Oh, there's
I don't
got to be
think
a
we know
Statham
enough
movie.
Statham movies,
There's
by
a
the way,
Statham
folks.
movie in here.
There definitely is. I just don't think we. I think we lose this.
Yeah. Maybe we just
lost
call
Keep
it.
going. Maybe we
The
find
only
one.
person in the Expendables I can think of is Kelsey Grammer, which is very funny to me.
Keep going
What
down.
about Isle of Dogs? There's your George Clooney, but it doesn't get us anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think it gets us there. Outlaws. No Harvey Keitel.
By the Gun, there's somebody in that one.
All right, I think we lost. I think we lose movie
Yeah.
to movie this
Let's
time.
just call it.
All right, that's okay.
Damn,
Hey,
y'all.
comment down below if you have the
Yeah, if
fucking
y'all can make this
solution.
happen, fucking drop it below. And don't cheat, you fucking losers.
Or
All right,
cheat.
y'all.
I don't give a
I
shit.
think we're
You'll look cool.
I think that wraps up episode 2 of this week.
we did it.
Again, like, subscribe.
Yeah.
All platforms. Hit us with a like on YouTube. Hit us with a subscribe on YouTube. Then go to Spotify. Give us a rating and a follow. Then Apple Music. What do they call it? Follow still?
Sure.
Follow us on there, and then
Yeah,
and
just
then
press
do all
the
of-
star.
Just
the
comment on
plus,
YouTube and
whatever
we'll
the fuck.
probably talk about it.
Yeah, and then no, we're not going to see Argylle next. So what are we?
I think
gonna
we have to see Argylle. What do you mean?
Oh my god, it looks so
No,
bad.
I think we finally go to a movie that is a movie. Like I think we finally go to an
Well, we
existing
don't
I
know
think
film.
we
what
need to
it
be
is.
part of the conversation on Argylle. It's the most annoying movie that's going to be coming out at least in the next couple
yeah,
months.
but it's also the January. I guess it's January, February
We've done
movies are just
3
bad.
movies. Well, this will be the 3rd bad movie.
But that's just January.
What if you do an Oscar one that you missed?
Could do a follow up.
I
No,
don't know.
yeah.
I'm pretty like we need to talk about Argylle. Like we made,
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say we're not gonna call it here. It'll probably be Argylle. We're not gonna call it here though.
Well, just
we'll
think
come
you
back.
won't have to see another movie. We'll tell you how it was.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, Andy really wants to see how to have sex, and not because he wants to see a good movie. He wants to actually learn
Yeah,
it.
this is a Wikipedia
Yeah.
article.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
We've been
Thanks
the
for listening.
fellas.